Hello class 8 students, we were doing chapter number 7 sound, in which I told you the first two characteristics of sound, that is loudness and pitch. Today we will discuss the third characteristic, that is the quality of waveform of the sound. Is quality or timbre or waveform. This is also known as timbre or waveform. Now, quality is the characteristic which distinguishes two sounds of the same pitch and same loudness. Suppose two sounds are there. They have the same loudness. That means they have the same amplitude. Also, they have the same frequency, that is same pitch. Then how will you distinguish between the two sounds? This third quality distinguishes two sounds which have the same loudness and the same pitch. The sound produced by any musical instrument or human being contains in small amplitudes two or more waves of different frequencies which are integral multiples of the frequency of the source. These waves are different in different sources. So due to the presence of such vibrations, the waveform or the quality of the sound changes. The waveform is different for different sources of sound, even if the loudness and pitch are same. If source of sound is different, then the waveform will be different. Each vibrating body has its characteristic waveform. It is unique for each characteristic body. That is why it is possible for one to recognize the vibrating body even without seeing it. So you can generally recognize a person by hearing his voice on telephone without seeing him. So it is because of this characteristic. It is because of the quality of the sound that you can recognize a person, or you can recognize a musical instrument without seeing it. It is because the vibrations produced by the vocal cord of each person have a characteristic waveform which is different for different person. Each person has a different waveform. Similarly, you can distinguish and recognize the sounds of two musical instruments even if they are of the same pitch and same loudness, because the waveform produced by them is different. Now this figure shows the waveform of sound produced by a tuning fork and a piano. Both of same pitch, that is they have the same frequency and they have the same amplitude, but they have different waveform. This is of tuning fork and this is of piano. Different waveforms, so you can recognize them easily. A note played on piano has a large number of notes, while the same note when played on a flute contains only a few notes. Thus, you can distinguish between the sound of a piano and a flute by the different waveforms, though they may have exactly the same loudness and the same pitch. So children, now your chapter is over, and let us again revise the characteristics of the sound. The three characteristics of sound are loudness, pitch and quality. And the factors on which they depend are: loudness depends on amplitude of the wave, pitch depends on frequency of the wave, and quality or timbre depends on the waveform of the wave. These are the characteristics and these are the factors. Now children, I want to discuss a very important question given on page number 136 of your textbook. Question number 20. This figure shows two jars A and B containing water up to different heights. This is the height of water in jar A and this is the height of water in jar B. You have to tell which will produce sound of higher pitch when air is blown in them. If you blow air in both the jars, then in which of the jar the sound of higher pitch will be produced? I told you children, pitch depends on the frequency, and frequency depends on the length of the air column. The space above water level in the jar, it contains air, this space, and this is called air column. This length is called air column. Similarly, this space, so from this to this is called the air column. And the frequency is inversely proportional to the length of air column. More will be the length of air column, less will be the frequency. And less will be the length of the air column, more will be the frequency. So here water is less, but air column is more, length of air column is more. So frequency will be less. That means lower pitch sound will be produced. But in jar B, more water, less column of air, less length of air column. So more frequency of sound will be produced when air is blown in it. So that means jar B will produce a sound of higher pitch. Now let us do the numericals of this chapter given on page number 137. Question number 1 is, two waves of the same pitch have amplitudes in the ratio 1:3. What will be the ratio of their loudness and pitch? Now loudness is proportional to the square of the amplitude. That means loudness of A means first wave, upon loudness of B. B has taken to be the second wave. So loudness of A upon loudness of B equals to A1 square upon A2 square, where A is the amplitude of wave A and A2 is the amplitude of wave B. So A1 square upon A2 square. So as the ratio of amplitude is given, that means A1 upon A2 is given. So we can write like this, A1 upon A2 whole bracket to the power 2. A1 upon A2 is 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 3 square becomes 1 upon 9. So this is the ratio of the loudness of the two waves. And since it is given in the question that the wave have the same pitch, so the ratio of the pitch is 1:1. Question number 2. Two waves have frequencies 256 Hz and 512 Hz but have the same amplitude. You have to compare the loudness and the pitch. Now since the loudness depends on amplitude and they have the same amplitude, so the ratio of the loudness is 1:1 and pitch depends on frequency. So what will be the ratio of the pitch? F1 upon F2. Frequency of first is 256 Hz and the frequency of second wave is 512 Hz. So this becomes 1 upon 2. That means the ratio of the pitch of the two waves is 1:2.